This episode of Power Women of the Trades is also brought to you by Forrest Perry of Forrest Perry Digital Marketing. Want to generate more leads for your service business? Trust his team to deliver quality new customer leads and protect your brand online. Check out perrymarketing.com today.
Most businesses' online presence is boring, and by being boring, they're losing out on potential sales and customers. Being interesting and exciting is what draws customers in and gets them to buy from you. But it's hard to be interesting online when you're focused on running your business and taking care of your customers. It doesn't have to be this way. We have the key to unlocking the solution to your problem. Key Heart Marketing can help take your business from boring to brilliant on social media. We can vouch for them. They run our podcast socials. If you want to have a strong social media presence that allows customers to know, like, and trust you, connect with Key Heart Marketing at keyheartmarketing.com.
Hey everyone, this is Eric Thomas with Rival Digital, and I am proud to announce that we are the newest sponsor for the Power Women of the Trades podcast. We've been a big fan and supporter of the show for years, and we are just very excited and very honored for the opportunity to now be one of the podcast sponsors. So make sure you check out their page and subscribe to the podcast and listen in on wherever you get your podcast episodes from. Rival Digital is a full-service premier digital marketing agency for the home services industry. We offer everything from website design, search engine optimization, online advertising, public relations, and more. If you're interested in learning more about the services we offer for contractors just like yourself, head on over to rivaldigital.com, and we look forward to chatting with you.
Welcome to Power Women of the Trades podcast. This show is all about breaking barriers and changing the game. Our guests will feature some of today's most successful female entrepreneurs and other advocates of our industry as well. Because if there's one thing we know for sure, female-led entrepreneurship drives change on multiple levels. We want to empower women in the trade industry like you so you can maximize your potential, stay balanced, achieve long-term success, and claim ownership over your life. Let's get started.
Welcome back to Power Women of the Trades podcast with Cassie and Kaylee.
Hi.
It's 2026.
That's crazy.
It is super crazy. I feel like 2025 just flew by. Like, you know, have you seen this whole thing on TikTok that the years are going faster?
Yes, I 100% agree with that statement.
Why do you think years are going faster, though? Like, is it because our lives are so much faster?
Yeah, I would say, like, as I've gotten older, I feel like it's going quicker. Like, I don't know if it's because whenever I was in school, I was, like, dreading, like, oh, I have to go to school.
Okay,
like,
well, something that made me really sad the other day is Haley, my daughter, was like, I can't believe it's already 2026. She's 10. She was like, I can't believe it's already 2026. The years are going so fast. And I remember thinking when I was a kid, the years going so slow. So then I'm like, why are our kids' lives going so much faster too? It's like we're so busy. But I think social media has something to do with it because like we're like scroll. Everything's so fast.
Yeah.
You think that's what it is?
Yeah, I could see that. And like, there's so much to do nowadays.
I literally signed a check this morning, and it was the first time I actually wrote 2026. And I was like, dude, I just got used to writing 2025.
Yeah. I did catch myself in an email and I was like, what? We are talking about 2026 now, not 2025.
Well, and then the other day, Oscar said something about, in January, and he was like, I guess that's this month.
Yeah. It's like all the things that we put off, we're like, oh yeah, I'll work on that in January. And then like, well, January's here now, you actually have to work on it. So
we're going to talk about just like our reflection of the last year and then what's to come. And so we're just going to rapid fire some questions to each other today and kind of just reflect on like personally and professionally what we've done the last year and encourage you, if you haven't done this, to our listeners, if you haven't done this, like what have you done and what did you do last year? And then like write it down. Cause I think sometimes what happens is we set these like really big goals for ourselves and then we hit the goal like way before we anticipated sometimes. But then by the time we hit the goal, we have already shifted it to a new goal. So then we never give ourselves credit for what we did do. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So then we're just like constantly chasing something. And then we're just like, we suck.
Yeah. Because we're like, did we hit that goal?
Yeah, we did.
Because it went so fast and then, or maybe it didn't, but you finally hit it and you're like, oh, I hit it. Now I have to get something new.
You've already changed the goal before you hit it. I think that goes back to literally social media. Like, I swear, I just think that like so much of our lives are because we're seeing things in front of us so quickly. And like our brains have become like desensitized to some things and then oversensitized to some things. And then we compare so much. And so we're just constantly changing things, but then we never give ourselves credibility or credit or whatever to what we've accomplished. So anyways, that's my just like more than 5 second soapbox. Is write down what you've done. And then like, I can tell you, especially for me, people are always like, Cassie, how do you do it? And I'm like, well, I'm a little delusional. I think that's the biggest thing. But I also just like give myself credit for what I've done. If not, I would just be constantly drowning. And some days I really am constantly drowning. And I've done that to myself.
Yeah.
But I can continue to set like crazy goals and do crazy things because I just like continue to be like, oh, well, you did that. Check.
Yeah.
You know?
I also love writing it down because whenever I see it every day, it like motivates me because it stays fresh in my mind. So like, it's not something I just write down on a sticky note and set it on the side of my desk. Like I want it posted up there. I can see it every day.
Yeah.
I check it. I'm like, what am I doing that's working towards this goal? Or what can I do to work towards this goal if I'm not working towards it?
Yeah.
So
for sure.
Yep.
Okay. So what did last year teach us?
For me personally, I think this goes back to how time's going by so fast right now is to slow down and enjoy the moment. Because I feel like I get so like future minded that I'm not really enjoying professionally or personally like what I'm doing right now. And so I think just slowing down and taking a breath and working through each day a day at a time is something I really learned that I need to do better at.
I can tell you one thing that you've gotten really good at is that's because I can throw a lot of things at you. And used to, you would like try to kill yourself to get them all done like today. And I would be like, bro, just because I said it out loud does not mean it has to be done like this second.
Yeah.
And so you've gotten good at like prioritizing what is important now, which that's what is important now. How are you going to win the day?
Yeah.
That goes back to Angie Snow, who I was asked her the same thing because she had so many irons in the fire all the time. And she said she would just focus on what is important now. And so anyways,
what about for you?
I think the biggest thing for me this year has been that my biggest love in life is people. Like I love people, but people are going to disappoint me and I cannot protect that. Like I try so hard. I think I give too much of myself sometimes because I don't want people to be disappointed or in me or them be disappointed or left out or something. And so then I like overextend myself to a point that I can't maintain.
Yeah, which makes you worn out
and burn out and exhausted.
Yeah.
I was looking at my January schedule and I have like 3 things on my schedule that 100% I did not have to sign up to do. I should not have signed up to do them. I'm completely like maxed out and not sure how I'm going to accomplish them, but I will. But I think that was the thing where I was like, I've got to stop doing that because I did that. One thing in particular I signed up for, so a group of people wouldn't be left out. Like I knew if I signed up for it that I could make sure that group of people were included, but I just don't have time to do it and I'm going to still do it. But anyways, I think that like people's emotions are not my responsibility and I can't protect and I can't make everybody like me.
Yeah.
And some people are just going to hate me for hobby.
Yeah.
Like straight hobby.
It's fine. You can
I'm
move
like,
on.
whatever.
It's whatever. What's a lesson we've learned the hard way last year? I can say for mine is that mistakes are going to happen and that I just have to take them and learn from them and that it's growth. Because I think last year is finally the year where I finally like took that to heart. Like it's not a reflection on me. It just happens. We're human. Mistakes happen and that it's growing me to be better than what I was before the mistake. So just taking that to heart and knowing that it's okay and that there's a bigger picture that's going to happen because of the mistake that happened.
Yeah. I think for me, learning a lesson I had to learn the hard way was it goes back to people. No matter how much you prepare for, like, let's say the season of the cooling season and how much you prepare to be staffed, someone is always going to come in and try to undercut you or take your team or do something like that. And no matter how hard you try to protect it, sometimes there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
And it was never you. Right. Yeah. And so, and just not taking those things so personally, and just realizing, like, you know, we can only do what we can do. And everything that we do is a lot. Right. Like specifically here, everything that we do is a lot. And, you know, I used to really I do believe to some degree that people quit managers in some instances, but I don't think all instances. I think anymore people quit because they were heavily influenced by the wrong person at the right time for them.
Yeah.
Right. So, or the wrong person at the wrong time. And then they just got them and suckered them in.
Yeah.
People be bamboozling people out there.
Yes, for sure. For sure. What kind of stories do we want to tell more of this year in 2026?
I think stories like this, you know, of like this growth, this thing, like reflecting on this, because I think that because social media is so shoved in our face all the time, that we get really like accustomed to not knowing what's real. And I mean, I talk to people sometimes that will just call me and be like, hey, what do you think about this? And I'm like, they're full of shit.
Yeah.
Respectfully, right?
Yeah.
Kaylee is like really good at catching this now because respectfully, Kaylee you still are to some, I love this about you, but like sees the goodness of everything and everyone at all times. And that's an amazing character, or characteristic. But sometimes I'm like, yo, girl, the math ain't mathin'. Yeah. Like that doesn't make any sense or whatever. And so just like more stories like this of like sharing what's really happening out there and like what we're really doing every single day. And that it's not all puppies and freaking rainbows.
Yeah. Because social media definitely, we hear all the time, people don't post a lot of, like, they always post the good. They always post the good. So
my hair is driving me freaking crazy, Kaylee. It is. Let's please leave this in. Okay.
Like,
this is
raw and real. This is the stories we want to tell in 2026.
That Cassie's hair on the podcast headphones, I see it, I can't fix it, it's mirrored. So then when I think I'm fixing it from the right side,
You're
it's
fixing
not
the wrong side. The stories we want to tell, raw and real.
Yes, those. But it's just like everyone for so long was just like shoving it down our throats, like I'm doing $75 zillion and 127% close rate, and this is my EBITDA, and blah 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 blah
and
blah
profit,
and they're so full of freaking crap. It's not even funny. And I like the stories I still hear, like even like locally, someone messaged me and was like, "This company did this much money," and I was like, "Okay, but listen, where their trucks at?"
Yeah,
like, yeah, you can say whatever you want. Like, I'll tell you whatever I want, right? My mom always said, like, I could be the president of the United States of America on a resume. And who's real, like, besides that one's pretty obnoxious, but like literally who's fact checking these things? Like people are just like saying some things. Sometimes I'm just like, okay, cool. If they did that many millions, congratulations. They did it out of 2 trucks. That's weird. How did they do that?
Right.
So it's like context. Like you just got to be like, sounds good, buddy.
Right. You're just like, okay.
Sounds good. So anyways, just more stories like this of like, The fun, the real.
Yeah.
Crash out. Let's crash out a few times.
Yeah, we can crash out together. Let us know. Or even if you want to message us on Facebook or Instagram, let us know.
Tell us how you want us to crash out. You want to crash out with us? Let's schedule a crash out.
We'll schedule. Imagine scheduling a crash out podcast.
It would be a hit.
It would be. That would be pretty entertaining, actually.
I think so. Let's do it.
So if anyone wants to
crash out with us.
Yeah.
Let's have a defined topic, because I have a few things that I could do, like the printer, the office printer, gonna crash out. Cell phone plans, let's crash out. Our software pricing could crash out.
Yeah. Needing to update our computer 65,000 times.
The Microsoft Authenticator app.
Forgot about that one.
Oh, that one gives me my heart's racing.
If you have those struggles too, we're here with you. The struggle is real. And it's usually on an inconvenient time too that you're like, I really need a Microsoft Outlook right now. And it wants to not work.
Right.
But that's fine. If this year had one word, what would it be and why? Ooh, that's a good one.
My word, I think, has changed a few times. Do you know one? My word has already changed a few times this year, and it's January. I don't. What is
6th, I think. Yeah.
It has. Hilarious. Well, because I think okay, what's your word?
Oh my gosh. I feel like I could have a couple. I feel like growth is always one for me. Whether that be personally.
You had a really big 25.
Yeah.
She bought a house.
I did buy a house. That's so super exciting.
And a new car.
A new car. Well, that was in
2024
in November of 2024. Yeah.
Because
it was on Thanksgiving break.
Became the podcast co-host.
Yeah. That was a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say that would be my word for
growth.
2025.
More growth.
Or I guess in 2026 too. More growth.
Just because it's 2026.
See, it's crazy. I don't even. What year is it? It could be 2027. I'm not saying that in the universe. Please do not go that quick. But
it does.
I would say growth is one.
Intentionality
is one. Yeah, that's a good one. Being intentional with everything, every part, whether that be the podcast, whether that be quality, whether that be stellar. Yeah, those are my two for right now. What are yours? That you're
intentional for sure. It just real specifically intentional with my time.
That's a good one.
And okay, so and I think it was 4 or 5 years ago, have I told you the story about how I got LASIK eye surgery? Okay, so in January, I think it was 21, so 5 years ago, dang. I read the book Year of Yes by Shonda Rhimes, who's the writer of Grey's Anatomy and all that stuff, right?
Oh, that's cool.
And it's a really good book that she says, she used to be the one that was just no. She said no to everything. And every time someone would invite her to some gala or something, she would just say no. And someone said something to her yo, you always say no. And so she made this commitment to herself that she was going to have the year of yes, and everything that she would do for the next year, every time someone invited her to something, she would say yes to it. And so it really she ended up speaking at the White House, crazy things cool. That just happened because of a yes, 3 yeses ago. Right. And so that year I had always wanted LASIK eye surgery, but I was scared of it. And so I was like, this is my year of yes. I'm just doing it. I'm booking it. And I went and got it. And then it was so sweet. I told the people the story about that. And after LASIK, that doctor, they held this little sign up that when you raise up, because as soon as the LASIK's done, as soon as you raise up, open your eyes, you can see.
Oh my gosh.
And so they raised me up and they hold this from across the room, this chalkboard that said, it was your year of yes. Oh, I know. I literally they're like, don't cry. You can't cry. And so it was
that's sweet.
So that was my year of yes. Okay. So 5 years ago. And so that's really propelled me in a lot of things. And I do not want to go back on that. And I still strongly recommend the book. This year, I'm going to be more intentional with my yes.
Yeah.
And because I think I overdid it on my yes and over yesed. Because I still think you can say no on some things.
Yeah. I think as long as you're intentional with what you're saying yes to. And I think that's a good challenge for our listeners is like, what's one thing that you would not see yourself saying yes to ever that you just constantly finding yourself saying no and saying yes to it? Because even if it's just one thing, like who knows what that could lead you to. And that might be the next chapter in your book of life that you wouldn't even know unless you say yes to it.
There's so many things that like Chandra talks about that, like saying yes to things that helped her get into the next thing. Like if she wouldn't have said yes to that, it would not have gotten her to the White House like 6 months later, you know, or whatever. And so I can say specifically that that's the same for me. Like if I wouldn't have said yes in these instances, then I would not have made it. However, sometimes my yeses cause me to spin out
and get burnout
and all of that. So just being more intentional with my time and my yeses has got to be a huge focus for me this year. Kaylee knows that. She sees my schedule all the time. She's like, I don't know about that.
Oh gosh. Ooh, I like this one. Sorry, I'm like asking all the questions here. But what would you tell yourself 5 years ago?
Hold on and buckle the seatbelt.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be me too. Like 5 years ago, I was a junior in college, or if for the beginning of the year, and then the end of the year,
you're a senior.
Where I was a senior. And 5 years ago was like towards the end of like COVID, whenever things started like opening back up. Because I remember the first semester of my junior year, we were still wearing masks. We were still doing all the things. So like 5 years ago, I was like, okay, what's this next step going to be? And then now it's like, holy cow, look at you now. Would you ever thought that? No, but here we are.
Buckle up. I think so many, like 5 years to now for everybody, you can really look back and just be like, what in the heck?
Yeah.
Because the world has changed so much in 5 years. I do feel like maybe we're on a simulation, like for real. Sometimes I like go down a rabbit hole on that because I'm just like, who hit fast forward? What's happening? Why are things happening so quickly? But there's just been, and the industry has changed a lot in 5 years. I mean, you've seen the industry change in the time that you've been here.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's crazy. What would you tell yourself at the start of last year?
Oh. I would tell myself, A, be proud of what you've done this far, and B, buckle up because you're not ready for what's about to happen next.
Last year was crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, we started a garage door company.
Yep.
We we moved the company to locations in the middle of summer. Or right at the beginning of summer. We like doubled or tripled our trucks last year. Doubled our trucks.
Yeah. Got a lot more billboards. That was fun.
Our marketing
took off.
Yeah, you've done a really good job with managing all of those marketing people too, because
thank you.
They some days. Love you.
We love you guys.
But managing relationships with the marketing, your marketing vendors can be a lot, especially when you use more than one.
And you're managing a lot of different aspects of it too. Like you have the offers, you have new photos, you have videos, you have new creative for the billboards, you have new campaigns, you're tracking the analytics at the same time, seeing what's working, what's not, messaging those vendors, being like, hey, yo, we gotta fix this really quick or do something different because it's not working, or hey, this is working really well, let's continue it. So yeah, there's a lot of different pieces to it, and that goes back to my crash out of whenever people are like, do you just do TikTok?
She's like, are you okay?
No, that would be fun, but no,
would be nice.
That is not it.
That's not it. But what conversations are we not afraid to have anymore? I can answer this question. I just didn't know if you were going to ask me it.
You can answer it first.
I don't give two shits if anybody wants. Like my answer to that is whatever conversation needs to be had.
Yeah.
I just am no longer. Maybe it's because I turned 40. Maybe it's because I am over it. Like whatever it is, I'm just like, whatever conversation needs to be had, let's just have it. Let's talk about it. I think the podcast has shown that people are listening. way more people than we ever thought
Mhm.
would listen. That's why we continue to do it, right?
Yeah.
Like we are saying valuable things and we appreciate everyone listening. But we're just no longer going to be afraid to say something or address something. And just because someone else said we couldn't or you shouldn't or whatever, like we're all dealing with the same things to some degree.
Mhm.
And it really doesn't matter what industry we're in either.
Yeah, for sure.
We've definitely learned that. Like all the industries, you know, we think it's like, oh, that's a trade specific problem. And a lot of the times it's not.
Yeah, for sure.
So
for me, it would be I'm not afraid to stand up for
mhm.
myself anymore. Because I feel like at first I was just like, okay. But like now if it's like, I'll put my boots on the ground and be like, no, this is what needs to happen. And I'm just because I'm 25 does not mean that I don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
So I feel like that's a big one for me because at first I was like afraid of confrontation, I guess you could say in a way. But now I feel like I'm stand my ground a lot more than I did.
Yeah. You do a good job at that.
So that's my
That is big too. Because especially with people coming in and like, can I talk to Cassie?
Yeah.
No. You are here for me. And I'm the one that Kaylee.
Yeah.
And I'm the one that makes those decisions.
Yes.
Well, we're super excited. This was just supposed to be a fun episode of just us chit-chatting. And we have some really cool guests scheduled already out. And we're excited to bring the podcast into 2026 and all the fun things. I don't know where we're going to go this year.
Yeah.
Kaylee keeps sending me, she's like, what about this expo or this or whatever? And we haven't even really committed to those things yet. So send us some details if you've got stuff that we should be looking into. If you're interested in being a guest on the podcast, please reach out. We're always booking out. And we're just excited for 2026.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Thanks for listening. Bye.
This has been Power Women of the Trades. Like what you hear so far? Leave us a review in Apple. And make sure to listen to our other episodes wherever you enjoy listening to your podcasts. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you on the next one.